Hey, hello. We are live. Welcome to Meet the Team. I'm going to give anybody who's watching live a chance to join us because we're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. And we have the wonderful Darryl John-Gard from the Solo Holiday Forum by Passion for Cruises. Darryl, please say hello.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for having me. Hello to all the passionistas, as we used to
Yes.
call them, or if we
Yeah.
still call them, out there joining us. Thank you for having me. As I said, it's just great to be on here, and like you say, really excited going into 2024 from a holiday perspective.
Really excited to talk all about that as well. So just what I'd like to say that if you're watching this on playback and it isn't 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon, you are watching on playback. We are not live, so we can't answer a live question because that does happen because it auto plays. If you are watching on Facebook, and you're watching on YouTube as well. But if you're watching on Facebook, please go ask us any question on YouTube or Facebook. But on Facebook, please put your name in the question because Facebook doesn't tell us who you are. Basically, yeah, it doesn't tell us who you are. On YouTube, it does. So on Facebook, please add your name, and then you can please ask Darryl any questions about the holidays. And Darryl, Solo Holiday Forum by Passion for Cruises. Now you
Yeah.
work with the team. You are there in Cardiff with the rest of the team in Cedar House. That's correct, isn't it, Dal? Yep.
That's absolutely correct. Yeah.
And there you are, part of the team, because not everybody realizes that we have a holiday forum for solo holidays. So there you are, enjoying. Is that Christmas dinner or something with the rest
No,
of the
that
team?
was just a summer get together. I mean,
A summer get
j-
together.
yeah, just on that picture. I mean, one of the things, just want to say, Pete, one of the things
Yeah.
we're really fortunate at Passion for Cruises is that when we go to work, we enjoy each day. Sometimes we have some really tough days, but the people we work with, and let's be honest, we've all been in jobs we don't like and stuff like that. But everybody in that team is a joy to work with, and we are very, very blessed at Passion for Cruises. And the customers know, I mean, the relationships they have with all our staff. I mean, our after sales team, I mean, they would go the extra mile to make sure customers are well looked after. But it is a real joy to work with all these guys, and I feel very, very blessed to work alongside them all, including yourself in that.
Yeah, it's a family outfit, isn't it? One more advertising, by the way. YouTube, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Passion for Cruises and Holidays for Solos. So please do subscribe to our channel. So, Darryl, you run the Solo Holiday Forum by Passion for Cruises. There
Correct?
she is. Yep.
Yep, yep. That beautiful Facebook forum that continues to grow. I mean, as it says there, 11,500 members. And
Incredible.
probably within the next few weeks, we'll probably be up to 12,000.
Wow.
So we're constantly growing, which is fantastic. And what's great is, I mean, probably from my side, Peter, is that the biggest endorsement a customer can give us is just word of mouth, just telling their friends
Yeah.
about us. And like you say, we feel so privileged because, like you say, without the members supporting us, booking through us, but also talking about us, we would never have grown. And we are growing at the rate of knots. And I mean, you only have to look at our cruise forum. I think they're at, I can't remember the exact number now, but they're approaching 30,000, or they may even be over
30,
30,000.
approaching 37,000, Darryl.
37. So that's
Yeah.
incredible. And like you say,
Yeah.
that's down to our, that
Yeah.
is definitely down to all
So,
our cruise forum members and
yeah, so if you are part of the
holidays.
cruise forum, just search Solo Holidays Forum by Passion for Cruises. We will put a link on it as well, but that way you can actually join. I will put a link on the video at the end of the video as well. So, Darryl, please explain all about what you do and your past in the holiday world and what solo holidays are there to book and how it all works, please.
Okay, so I'll start from the very beginning. So I've just turned 40, unfortunately, Peter. So I've been in the travel industry since 2002. So I started as like you do as an apprentice in a local travel agency in Taunton in Somerset, where I'm from. and then kind of made my way up the ranks. Decided it's one point to take a year off, go backpacking. My wife now, who was my girlfriend at the time, Maria, she was studying in Madrid. So I thought, well, if she's going to go to Madrid for a year and study, I'm going to have to try and do something better. So I went backpacking around the world. So I was really fortunate. I wouldn't stay in these hostels now, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I was really fortunate to go to places like Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji. Did quite a lot of the states. So yeah, so that was just a great time of life. And then I came back, and basically it was a case of I needed to get back into the travel industry because I knew it was the only way I could travel the world without actually having to pay for it. So I could go on educationals, farm trips, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And that was just a brilliant kind of, as a young man, in an industry that was, to be honest with you, was, like you say, enlightening, because I was getting to travel the world for free.
Wow.
And so I went and managed Thomas Cook shops, and that brought me to Cardiff. And then kind of skip along a little bit, I ended up working for the TUI specialist group, looking after brands like Talia, Sovereign, Hayes and Jarvis. And I was basically a rep on the road. So I was kind of the area sales manager for Wales and the West Country. And that's how I struck up a relationship with Steve Cartwright, actually, one of the directors. And first time I ever went to visit his shop. And it's amazing to see how successful the business is now, but also how Steve started out. And Steve, one of the premises Steve has was above a one-stop shop, in Robina in Cardiff. And I went and visited him. And anyway, cut a long story short, we got on really well. I'd helped one of Steve's colleagues, Sue, at the time, with a problem on a Florida holiday. And Steve remembered that. And every time I went to visit, we just got on so well. And what usually happens with a lot of these, the reps and the area sales managers, if you strike up a good relationship, then what you do find is travel agents do book with you because they know you're going to look after them if there's any
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
And that was it. So me and Steve always kept in touch. And then skip along again. I then left the specialist holidays group and I went to work for Travelsphere and Just You, which was G Touring. Obviously, I'd always had, um, there was this thing about solo travel, and that hence I obviously had a passion for it, because I ended up going to work for Just You and Travelsphere, yet again on the road. And then I was a casualty of COVID, got made redundant. I think Steve Philippou alluded to it the other day in
Yeah.
your conversation. But
We
yeah,
did. Yeah.
and we had chatted, and they had said, "Well, why don't you just come on and set something up with us, see how it goes?" I mean, it was COVID, so there was obviously an element of risk, but let's see how we get on, and we go from there. And 11,500 members later, we're
Incredible.
sat here 3 years on, and like you say, growing, and it's been an incredible journey.
Fantastic. Just to let you know, if you've asked a question, we will go to the questions in a minute, yeah? And we will talk about three wonderful deals that you have at the moment. One to India, one to Peru, and one to Kenya, a safari to Kenya as well. So we've got these three wonderful trips we're going to talk about as well. And I said, if you've got any questions and you're on Facebook, make sure you put your name in the question so we know who you are, and we will go to the questions. So Darryl, so what kind of holidays are you doing with the holiday forum for passion for cruises? There are a
Right.
lot of
So
touring holidays and escorted holidays, I see.
yeah, so I would say 60% of our business is made up of escorted touring. So we work with companies such as Titan, Just You, Newmarket, Riviera, Mercury, Cosmos, etc., etc. We're really, really fortunate to work with so many great tour operators who provide escorted touring. And the great thing for a lot of our solos, escorted touring is a great way to kind of meet other travelers. So not all the tours that we sell are solo exclusive, Pete, and that's really important to stress that. So when we advertise offers, if you don't see the word solo exclusive in the header, or in one of the kind of the marketing panels pictures, then it doesn't necessarily make it solo exclusive. And myself and Luke, who's in the team, and I just need to give a shout out to Luke, because Christ,
Yeah.
without Luke, like I say, I'd be tearing my hair out each day. So we're very fortunate. So myself and Luke will always tell customers that these tours aren't necessarily solo exclusive. Excuse me,
Okay.
solo exclusive. But the escort touring element is really important. And the reason it's so important, Peter, is escort touring is a great way to see the highlights of some of these amazing countries, but You're getting safety in numbers, so you're going around with a group. You're always going 9 times out of 10 get a tour manager, and then you're always going to be supplemented by local guides. So when you're in these destinations, you're getting to meet locals who will actually tell you about the place you're in, the history, and it makes just such a difference. So you can get to see it from actually how a local lives. And I think why I love escorted touring and why we endorse it so much is actually you're putting money back into the community. So a lot of the time people go to these amazing countries, but if you're just staying in an all-inclusive, and don't get me wrong, we sell a lot of all-inclusive hotels, so I don't really want to steer people away, but just to say from an escorted tour, you're getting to see how the locals live, and that's what I love about advertising them. Obviously with the escorted touring, we do solo exclusives as well. So what's
Yeah.
another great way to meet other solos are these solo exclusive tours. So these are brilliant for people who want to complete a bucket list, but they're scared or apprehensive that they haven't done a holiday like this before. Well, actually, you're going to go away with a load of like-minded solos, and we offer a lot of them as well. So, escorted touring is I would say, our main route to market. So 60% of that, but then 40% is your fly and flop holidays,
Yep.
which is your go on holiday, fly from your local airport and go and spend a week or two in somewhere like Mallorca, the Costa del Sol. We even
That's
do long
me.
holidays. Yeah. Well, and
That's me.
Peter, more the merrier, more the
Yeah.
merrier. And what we do
That's
is, yeah, again, we're
yeah.
trying to find hotels that cater for solo. So have zero or very low single supplements. B, they have regional departure, because we know, like, we're in Cardiff. If I could fly from Cardiff all the time, it would make my life so much easier. Because to get to Bristol, it's nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, like you say, we're always trying our best, and we know we can't please everybody, and we do apologize for that. But if we can offer a local airport, we will try our utmost best. And then these
Brilliant.
fly and flop holidays are great because what we try and do, we do a thing called a
Is that a
stress
trade
test.
not term? Fly and flop,
Fly
is
and
it?
flop. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I
always
love it.
refer to him as fly. Yeah, yeah. Fly. So literally just go
Yeah.
in, and actually we all need it in our life
We
sometimes,
do.
don't we?
Yeah.
We need to go. We've had a hard month
Yeah.
or few months working or whatever. Just this weather. Let's be honest, Peter,
I
with the
know.
weather at the moment.
Well, we talk
We
about what
should
you
all
have
go
done.
and fly and
Yeah.
flop, shouldn't we?
We'll
So
talk about that as well. So I'm going to go
mm,
to some of the questions first of all, then we can
yeah,
come back to some of
certainly.
the bucket list that we have. So please, if you're on Facebook, do put your name there. Just say hello or ask a question. That would be wonderful.
Yeah,
So
please do.
Brenda has said, "Hi, Darryl. How are you?"
Brenda, how are you? You all right? I hope you had a lovely Christmas and a wonderful New Year.
Yeah.
Nuala, yeah, good
Yeah.
customer of ours. Thank you very much for watching us today.
There's an example why I do say that if you don't put your name down on Facebook, we don't know who you are. So hi, Facebook user. So
Yeah.
please add your name because Facebook doesn't add it. YouTube does, which is a real pain for us. Any solo holidays for Benidorm?
Oh,
Is that a flying flop?
that would be a fly and flop. But no, to be honest with you, Peter, it's one of those places I've advertised in the past, but we've never really had many bites, which is amazing, really, because I imagine so many solos go to Benidorm. So what
Yeah.
I'm doing while we're speaking today, any questions, if I don't know the answer, I'll go back, I'll do a bit of research, and you might find in the next month that we have a few Benidorm offers coming up. So if there's a want for it, because the great thing about the solo holiday forum, we can advertise an offer and we know within 48 hours if it's going to work or not, to be honest with you, Peter.
And any Turkey apart from Callus Beach coming up now?
Yeah, there is actually. There's a really nice one in Ishmael that we're looking at. And there's also one in Ola Denise. So we're just doing the stress test. And just if anybody wants to know what I mean when I say a stress test, it's how many rooms they've got for solos at
Okay.
the same price, because there's no point us advertising a hotel that's only got one room at that price for a solo. So myself and Luke will be running some stress tests over what we would call the January, like the busy period. So if you only have to switch on TV and every second advert at the moment between Coronation Street is a holiday advert. Well, actually, we'll be doing some stress
And,
tests
and then
and
again,
hopefully getting.
so they can watch out on the solo cruise forum, basically, for that coming up. as well. And what we talked about, Darryl, is that we're going to do a few what we do quick hot deal shows as well, where you have announcements to make. It's going to
Yeah.
be on our YouTube channel. It will be on the Facebook group as well. So please make sure that you have subscribed to both of those. Yeah. But we will go live with some hot deals. So if you do get something like turkey or Benidorm or something like that, Darryl, well, obviously we could go live and let everybody know.
Yeah, no, and yeah, Peter, and like I say, this is why we love having you here, because you're the one who encourages us, and like you say, you're doing such a favor to our solo guests. So yeah, like you say, really
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Hi, Francis Williams from the South Coast in Hampshire. Exactly. That's what we're perfect, Francis. You've absolutely got that spot on. Fantastic. Brenda has replied, I'm looking forward to a good deal land holiday next year. There's going
Yeah,
to be several. And Brenda has also said, Happy New Year, Pete and Dale. Happy New Year, Brenda.
yeah. Happy New Year. Bless you.
Hi, Pete. It's Margaret Partridge. Hi, Dale. Hi, Margaret.
Hiya, Margaret. Thanks for joining us.
Any plans to do an events tag?
Yeah, so I can answer that because this is a question we get a lot. So basically, we will do events for any solo exclusive tour that we have. However, if it's a fly and flop or just your standard holiday or an escorted tour that's not a solo tour, we won't set up an event. But that doesn't mean the customers can't set up an event, okay? Within our forum, me and Luke will happily approve it. Unfortunately, one of the things, and just to let everybody know, unlike the cruise team, there's only 2 of us that run the holiday forum. So if we set up events for every single thing, we just wouldn't have any time to look for the beautiful offers. So like I say, Nuala, by all means, if you want to set up an event for any particular holiday you're going on, we will happily approve it within our forum.
Yeah, just to let you know, you'll find the events in the Facebook group, Solo Holiday Forum by Passion for Cruises. It's in the featured section, so sometimes you have to go into the featured and scroll across to find it, basically, right? So keep scrolling across to find it. One little tip is that when you add it, if you click the 3 dots, you can click to be able to get updates on Facebook. It will let you know that someone's posted on there because it doesn't tell you that. And also you can copy the link and save the link somewhere as well. So you can go to that you can go to it quick. So when you do go to an event and you find it in featured, click the 3 dots. That gives you features that allow you to get to these things a lot quicker than that. Brenda's just retired, so she's waiting to go.
Oh, bless her.
Happy retirement, Brenda. Booked P&O Fly Cruise Tenerife. Thank you.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, long may it continue, and hopefully you have a great time and you book many
Thanks,
more.
guys. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Carol. Hi, Carol. Hi, guys. Lots of cruises booked at PFC, but no land holidays booked yet. Thinking about Route 66. Keep up the good work, says Carol. Route 66, Darryl.
Yeah, so we've got a lovely tour that we advertise quite a bit. It's not solo exclusive, unfortunately, but it is really popular among our forum members. And it is literally called the Highlights of the Route 66. And it's a summer tour, so it runs throughout the summer, starts in Chicago, finishes up in LA, and you literally go right through the heart of the Route 66. It's an amazing journey. I want to say off the top of my head, it's 2 weeks, so 14 nights. In fact, it's 15 nights. Some really good pricings on it, and we've already got quite a few solos booked for next year. And what I love about this tour's with one of the companies that we use quite a lot, and they're not actually a British company, they're actually an American company. So you have American guests on there, Canadians, Kiwis, and Australians. So actually you get a nice mix of people. So even though you might be a solo on it, you're always going to have plenty of people to chat to. So definitely, Carol, look out for that offer, because you'll see us advertise that a lot going forward.
And Mark, we get people from all over the world. Hi, Mark.
Mark from Canada, yeah. Must be really early where Mark is, bless him. So thank you for tuning in.
It's an early one, Mark. It really is. Facebook, how do I find solo cruises? People, I subscribe, but I'm not getting the notifications. It's the cruise group, basically, and also the website. So if you go to passionforcruises.co.uk, that's the website, basically, as well. So that's what I would suggest on that.
Yeah, Pete, just before you go on, that's
Yep.
a really good point, actually. I get a lot of customers who have got friends who are not on Facebook. So yeah, really highlight or just to highlight our website at passionforcruises.co.uk. .co.uk or .com?
Sorry. Yeah.
.com. Yeah,
.com,
basically.
sorry, yep,
Yeah,
.com,
yeah,
yep.
yeah. People to go on that, excuse
The
me,
email, yeah.
just because it's got offers on there for cruising, and you can tailor it by month, but also got the holiday offers, some of our best holiday offers on there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Passionforcruises.com, basically. Yeah. Check those out. That's a really good way of doing it. And also the YouTube. It's another way of doing it as well. Yeah. And question.
Yeah, it's
Are you
.co.uk. Terrible of me. It's definitely .co.uk as well, not .com. So excuse me from a UK perspective. That's terrible. The directors are going to slap my wrist after
oh
this conversation. So apologise from me, Peter.
oh I see. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So question. I went to the American channel. That's why I saw the .com very quickly. You have an American group basically, and that is a
Right,
.com.
brilliant.
So that's why I just saw that on my phone. So question. Are you planning some more fly flops? I love that term, the fly flops. Yeah. Towards the end of the summer. I would definitely like to jump on one of those fly flops as well. I love the idea of a scooter tour, but after a more itinerary, not so intensive, but in Greece, says Lynn.
Yes. So yeah, Lynn, just to answer that, yes, we will do. One of the problems we get with well, not a problem, it's a nice problem to have, but we have customers who are very keen to book. And I always tell them, just sit on your hands sometimes, because if the deal's not there at the moment, doesn't mean we're not going to necessarily have the deal in the next few weeks or a couple of months. It just might not necessarily be there as we're speaking now. But yeah, we will definitely be looking for Greek holidays. We know Greek's really popular. The problem we find with Greece at the moment, from a solo perspective, the prices have crept up, where you find Spain and Turkey haven't crept up as much. So that's
Right.
probably why we've been a bit heavier on those destinations. But no, definitely be looking to get some 2024 summer sun in the Greek Isles.
Mag says hello. I'm not sure it's still Mags, but I've just booked India. We're going to talk about that wonderful, amazing bucket list holiday to India. So we're going to talk
Yeah.
about that in a minute. If that is Mags, congratulations. If it is not Mags, please let us know who you are. I love the flying flop. Simone, yeah. The
Well,
wonderful Simone.
do you know what? What a pleasure
Yeah,
she is to work with. And like you say, from that side, I,
yeah,
funny enough, said the word flying flop to her the other day, and she
yeah,
was, yeah, she loved it. So there you go. So if you hear me say it again, apologies, but it's just the way. It's a great way. It's a great
yeah.
term to go on
Uh,
holiday. And let's be honest.
breaking news: Simone's going to be. We're going to be hosting the cruise on the Eureba in January. So
What, you two
Simone.
together?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
good God,
yeah.
that's going to be, wow. I wish I was on that cruise. That is going to be, what an atmosphere that will be. Wow, there you go. Really lucky.
Alison Fielding says hi.
Alison, yeah, Alison's a absolute delight to deal with, but also a big ambassador of the Solo Holiday Forum. She's always promoting us, so and
Yeah,
spreading the good word. So thank you, Alison.
and one of your locals, a wonderful Susan. Hi, Susan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
from
Susan,
Wales. I've
yeah,
cruised
I
many
feel your
times
pain.
with
Me and
Sue.
Susan should be getting on that plane and doing a flying flop, because I'm just looking out the window right now, and it is
Yeah,
very wet and
yeah.
windy here in Wales.
She's round the corner from you. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for the help yesterday, Darryl. Facebook users, please add who you are so we know who you helped is. Hopefully you'll know who it is. Hello, Pete and Darryl. Happy New Year from Mal. Now an addicted solo cruiser. Fantastic.
Fantastic, great to
Yeah.
hear, Mal, and thank you for reaching out.
Yeah.
And there you go. So Brenda just saying about Love Ushmela. Well, like you say, there's definitely one going to be coming out next week for Ushmela. So keep watching, because you hopefully, Brenda, you'll be happy with what we've got, and hopefully get you booked on.
There we go. Just booked. I didn't think you went there. Oh, I just booked in September. So I didn't think you went there. Always worth checking, isn't it, Darryl? Always worth a
Yeah.
call.
And look, Peter, we're not that we're in this company. One of the things is customers do sometimes book elsewhere, and that's cool. That's fine, long as she's got a lovely holiday and she's looking forward. That's all we can ask.
Yeah. Hi, Darryl. Are you likely to have any long stay winter holiday destinations? Yeah, I did see you had them last year, actually, Darryl. I noticed them popping up in various places, and they were amazing deals.
Yeah, and to be fair, Luke's got to take credit for that. Luke found some amazing long stays. One of them, or the one we sold the most, was to a place in Spain called the Hotel Angela in the Costa del Sol. And the deal, I mean, just for some of the deals for 3 weeks were just over £1,000, and that was half board and adults only. So
Wow.
yeah, it's a really good. Now, some people will say, well, Spain in the winter it's not as hot. Have you got anything for the Canaries? We're constantly checking, but like we say, we don't want to sell holidays that we feel are overpriced for what you're getting. So we're constantly checking. If we do, believe me, they will be on the forum.
Fantastic. Hi, Janet. Looking forward to a solo exclusive to Costa Rica in a few weeks' time.
Oh my
How
good God.
exciting is that?
That holiday is incredible, and she's getting a home pickup. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
So that tour will be something else.
And again, we've
Everybody who
got to talk
goes on
about
that.
all those things that can come with this bucket. We're going to go to these holidays in a minute. We've got so many questions here, Dal. Debbie, love some of your far-flung destinations like Australia and South America, but always want to do add-ons like Ghana in Australia or the Galapagos. I went to South America. Can you do these, Daryl?
Yeah, it's difficult one, especially because escorted touring, a lot of the time, the companies we work with, they can become they're quite rigid, just purely and simply how they've designed these packages or made these packages. So we can certainly look at it, but we can't always guarantee it. So what we do encourage sometimes, if the tour companies allow it, and they don't always do it, is it basically you either make your own way to the destination, do the tour, and do your own thing elsewhere, or we see if we can extend your flight. So say at the end of the tour, you finish up, and we'll see if we can extend your flights by 7 nights and see if there's a cost. But the problem we get is we can't always guarantee it. And myself and Luke will always stress this because we don't want to give anybody any false information or false hope, because that's not our intention here. We don't want to take a booking for the sake of it.
Happy New Year, Facebook user. It's Maita. She says, solo escorted land tours. You're only arranging these for clients from the UK. You're able to arrange for clients from the US and Canada. It's a really great question. I'm already solo because we had the same situation with our cruising side of things as well. Dal, can you do that for our American and Canadian friends?
We can. Now, what I would say is it's a difficult one at the moment because just the way everything's set up from a kind of what we call in the UK an ATO agreement, so the flying stuff. So from an aviation side, we could never arrange for someone to get from, say, America or Canada over to the UK. They would have to do that themselves, but they could still tour on these tours that we advertise, but they would have to make their own way over. Now, like you say, your cruise, we've got a cruise company now, obviously from stateside. So you never know in the future that we'll
Yeah,
be running tours from these places. But at the moment, we can only provide tours that start from the UK basically, or tour only. But what I
okay.
will say, if a customer's ever interested in a particular tour, they can message me on Facebook. And what I've
Yeah,
done to a lot of our American guests in the past, I just pointed them in the right direction. So, for instance, that Route 66 that we alluded to earlier, I've had customers interested in that, believe it or not, from Canada, and I've told them where to go and book that from uh, via a Canadian company. So, yeah, we're always
fantastic.
trying to help them out where we
Yeah,
can.
always worth the call, basically. We're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
talk
no,
about
please,
your bucket
please
list ones in
ask.
a minute. Yeah. Hoping there are more flying flop hybrid hotels to Madeira or La Palma. Beautiful island, La Palma in the Canaries. Love both these places now. Looking forward to my January visit to Madeira. Absolutely. Are you going to do the toboggan run coming back? I did all that in
I
Madeira.
imagine that young lady, Ellie, she's probably done
Yeah.
it already because I know she's been to the island a few times. She's yet again
Yeah.
another great ambassador for us. And
You can go up in
yeah,
go up in the lift, basically. Yeah, you can go round the botanic gardens, which are fantastic. I did all that, and then take take the basket all the way down, which is what an experience that
well,
is.
do you know what,
Yeah,
Peter? It's quite a funny story. So just really quickly,
yeah,
going off a bit off piece, but when we started the solo holiday forum via Passion for Cruises, the only place during COVID we could really sell at the very start was Madeira, because Madeira had a really good COVID procedure in place for holiday guests. So what actually happened, we became like the Madeiran tourist board for the first 4 to 6 months of trade-ins, because it was the only place we could sell to. So every customer was phoning up. They could phone up wanting to go to the Dominican Republic. We were selling them to Madeira because it was the only place that had the really good procedure for COVID. This was before kind of testing really came in from the UK side. Anyway, cut long story short, I decided to take my wife and my daughter and my dad and his partner over to Madeira as well, just to check it out, because I thought I'm selling all these people to Madeira, but I haven't been there myself. So I actually went and did it, and I did all like the procedures. And yeah, so thank you for Madeira, because if Madeira wouldn't have been
there we
so
go.
accommodating during COVID, we wouldn't have. I don't know if we'd be here now from a holiday perspective.
Fantastic. We're going to go back to the questions. We've got loads more questions I haven't got to, which I will get to as quickly as I can do. Bless you, Darryl.
Excuse me. Yeah.
So let's talk about these incredible 3 bucket list tours that you have.
Yeah, please
The
do.
first
Yeah.
one, we'd mentioned India.
Yeah.
India.
Yeah.
Please, let's
This.
talk about this amazing bucket list opportunity for a solo. And that
Yeah.
price looks incredible, by the way, Darryl. So
Oh,
what's
do you know
included?
what, Peter? And what's great about this particular tour is it is both 24 and 25. So it's one date in 24, one date in 2025. And it's, I mean, just to give you a perspective, the lead-in's 2099. Excuse me, I'm just trying to get it all up in front of
Yeah,
me so I can read it to you, or just to kind of quote some of the
yeah,
things.
absolutely.
But yeah,
I mean,
so
I-
this tour, so just to give you a perspective, we've booked 5 people on it in the last 24 hours.
wow.
And we've booked many more previously because we sold it quite a lot kind of from Black Friday onwards. So in 2024, the lead-in's 2099. That includes 39 meals, 14 nights, and 13 excursions. But what's also great about this particular tour is that it's solo exclusive. So you're going away with like-minded solos. It's really popular with PFC guests. So if anybody is interested, the deposit's only £295. It's with a company who we work quite closely with called Mercury.
Do you have the dates, Darryl? So I don't have the dates
Yes,
in
I
front of
do.
me.
Yeah, excuse me one second, Peter. I'm just going to get it for you. So if
Yeah,
you were to depart in 2024, Heathrow on the 12th of September is at 2099. If you
right.
go from Manchester or Birmingham, now just to highlight Manchester or Birmingham via Dubai, where the Heathrow flight is direct, it's 2399. And if you were to go on the 11th of September 2025, it's 2199 from Heathrow, yet again direct with Virgin. And then you've got Manchester or Birmingham via Dubai at 2499.
Wow. And it just looks an incredible experience, Darryl. It
Oh,
really
do you know
does.
what? And yeah, and it's India for us. If you look at our long haul destination breakdown, India is our top selling destination. There's just something about it. It's magical. I think um, and it's one of these things I said to you yesterday. Unfortunately, I've never been to India, and there is a good story about that, but we haven't got time to mention that now. But yeah, I will. I'll fill you in one day. But basically, India. My wife's been. My wife's family are actually, or her dad's from India, and she says the smells, the colors, the people.
Yeah.
You'll never go to a place like it. So you can see why it's so popular with British guests. And like you say, and what I love about this tour, it's a great highlights tour. So it's one of these, if you want to go to India, you want to see it, but you might
Yeah.
not want to go, you might not, you only want to do it once in your life because you've got such a big bucket list, then this is one of the best tours to do it. And it includes, like you say, some of the train journeys as well, which are wonderful.
Incredible bucket list. So contact if you're interested in that, contact Darryl for this year or next year.
Yeah. And just
Incredible bucket list, including flights. I mean, I'm just like I just think that's an incredible deal for a bucket list holiday like that. I really do, Darryl. It's
Oh,
absolutely
you know
incredible.
what, Peter?
Yeah,
It's probably the best
yeah,
India price and tour out there at the
yeah,
moment for
yeah.
solo exclusive. So,
And you're gonna
but
and there'll be an event for that, Darryl, as well. Yeah,
yeah, and funny enough, so that there was the person who mentioned they booked India this morning. They didn't put their names, but that particular person, he had actually, and sorry if I've outed you as a he, but yeah, basically he had priced up going to India and doing it by himself, and it
mm,
worked out only £400 cheaper, but that was without meals. So he would have done that, travelled alone.
yeah,
He'd have had all that stress of traveling alone. And this
yeah,
gentleman is a really well-known traveler. Like he's done it. He's confident. He hasn't got a problem going
yeah.
around India. But he actually said for this price, you really can't go wrong.
No
So
brainer.
if you are thinking
Yeah,
of testing the water and doing India, this is a great way to start.
right. Okay, the next one, Kenya.
Yeah.
Wildlife and coastal explorer. I mean, please tell us all about it. It's confirmed that there's only 8 places left, 9 nights exclusive to solos, and it departs on the 13th of October next year
Yes.
for £3,499. Please tell us about that, please,
Yeah, so this
Del.
one yet again is a lot of people want to go out and do safaris. and this is one of the best solo exclusive safaris. So this is with a company who we work closely with called Newmarket, and it's basically 8 nights full board. Plus 1 night on aircraft. You're getting 6 breakfasts, 8 lunches, 8 dinners, including a welcome and farewell dinner. So, like you say, what's great about this, from day one, you're bringing all the solo community together to meet and kind of get to know one another before you take part in this amazing trip. You're getting a welcome cocktail upon arrival. So all the little things, attention to detail, that I love about these trips. 3 game drives in the Ambelizi National Park, and then another 3 game drives from Tsavo West National Park. So you're getting to see all the basically the famous 5.
Wow.
So that's an incredible trip. Yet again, really popular. And this one, the reason why we're advertising just the one date, because you can do this in 2025 as well, but this one sold so well this particular date, there's only 8 places left, or I think there's 7 now as of yesterday, because we advertised this as of yesterday.
Yeah. So again, please contact Darryl if you're up for that. It sounds incredible. These are bucket list opportunities. These are solo deals. Opportunity for us as solos to experience these incredible bucket list holidays with fellow solos, and you're going to get so much. And the third one we talked about, Peru, the footstep of the Incas.
Yeah.
It's a 14-night escorted tour with VIP home picks. Departs the 7th of May 2025, so there's plenty of time to look forward to that one and save up for it. It's a 4,599. That sounds another unbelievable bucket list holiday, and please tell us all about it.
Yeah, so that one again, Peter, I mean, the most important things, if you're going to go to Peru, you're going to Machu Picchu. That's included. You're getting the Puno to Cuzco train journey included in it as well. You're getting 12 excursions and visits included in your price, plus 2 days free time. Because I think if you're traveling all that way, you do need to sit and chill sometimes, and especially going to somewhere like Peru, you've got to take in the altitude as well. So, like you say, it's one of those that you're getting a bit of rest, because that's what a lot of people think with these tours sometimes. That actually it's just all go, 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 and there's not much time for rest. And actually, sometimes on these tours, the great thing is the tour managers, the local tour guide, if you want to sit and have a chill, please do just liaise with your tour manager. As long as it's not interfering and ruining it for the other guests, then yeah, sometimes it's good to take some time out. But yeah, this particular tour, you're getting 19 meals, so 12 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 2 dinners, getting all your transport from the UK. And the really important thing is the home pickups. So for me down in Wales, I'd be picked up in a kind of like a little minivan. So they might pick up a few other people en route to Heathrow, but they wouldn't go a million miles out of their way, take you to Heathrow. You then go on the holiday. And then when you come back, there's someone there to pick you up again and take you home. So
It's all
just
there.
the start of the holiday is absolutely
I feel that's
fantastic.
such an important thing as well. I know a lot of people have talked about when they're sort of cruising first time as a solo or holidaying first time, especially if they've lost a partner, and they haven't gone on holiday before without their partner, to have that all included. Because sometimes the actual concern about the airport side and being picked up and getting there and getting back is one of the things that worries people, which I totally get. What an opportunity to have everything included.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
really is. Wow.
yeah, fantastic. And like you say, I think it's yet again it's just a lovely additional extra to your holiday, and what a start to your holiday, just getting that kind of VIP treatment. And it just takes the stress out of trying to get to Heathrow, especially if you're
Yeah,
down in South Wales or you're up
it does.
north, or and
Yeah.
like you say, it's a bit different in Scotland. So just in case anybody of our Scottish guests are watching, what the company will do, and it's our friends at Titan on this one, they will put £100 towards a domestic flight. So they'll
Okay.
pick them up from home, take them to the airport, so Edinburgh or Glasgow, and they'll put £100 towards a domestic flight and then fly you down. But if you're like in the northeast, or you're down in Cornwall, then like you say, you don't have to worry about getting kind of trains, planes. You just,
Big
someone
difference.
picks you up and brings you
Yeah.
home. It's just and
Right.
we're going to be doing a lot more of those holidays going into January now, so the new year. You'll see a lot more holidays with VIP transfers included.
That's really important to know. I think that's a wonderful idea. We've got loads of questions too. So please ask us questions. If you're watching on Facebook, please add your name so we know who you are. It doesn't do that on YouTube. Okay. So What's next in 2024, Darryl?
So funny enough, I was thinking about this question when me and you obviously have been liaising over the last
Mm.
few days, and 2024 is going to be a big year for the Solo Holiday Forum. Basically, we try and mirror the cruise forum. We're probably still about 2 years behind. So, like hosted holidays, as much as I'd love to say we're going to do one next summer, I don't think that's going to happen from a fly and flop perspective. But you never know from an escorted touring perspective. So yeah, so we're certainly looking at that avenue at the moment, but some great things. And for a lot of our guests watching, I'm just kind of in the wheels are in motion for places like the Group Hotel Player Camp de Mar. So Pete, you wouldn't know this, but this hotel we used to send a lot of people to.
Okay.
There are going to be some May offers coming out next week for that particular hotel. And yet again, that was a really, really popular hotel back 2 years ago because they used to have single specific rooms or solo specific rooms.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they've got rid of them in their refurb, but we have managed to get some really good offers on their twin rooms. So we will be advertising that next week. We've
Coming up.
got some long stays at places like the Queen's Bay in Paphos. So Luke advertised them just before kind of the Christmas break, but we're going to look at doing some more there because what we have found is Cyprus, the weather is so consistent during the winter that
Mhm.
we are finding that people are looking for long stays. So we're going to be bringing them out in the new year. As I mentioned, Ishmela, we've just located a really nice hotel in Ishmela with some great regional flights. So that will be coming out in the next week. We've got loads more escorted touring. And I mean, some of the escorted touring offers going into January are fantastic. I mean, one of the companies we work with have got up to 15% off at the moment. So we are going to make sure that we advertise a lot of their offers. And then, like you say, it's a great time of year for customers because all the holiday companies, this is their busiest time, the
Yeah.
tour operators who we work with. So the pricing is always very good. So yeah, we're gonna just have some fabulous offers. And what we're gonna do, we'll have offers for 2024 for this summer. We'll have some ones even for this winter. We will also feature 25, and we're gonna have offers for 2026. Believe it or not, Pete, we've got people who are full. And one of the
Yeah.
ladies said hello earlier. She's actually full for 2025, and she's now looking at 2026. So we're going to be
Yeah.
releasing more 26
I've
holidays as
often
well.
done that myself, I've booked things way in advance to get the best deals,
Yeah,
and way in advance to do things like that. I noticed that one request from me, by the way, Dow, I haven't mentioned it, by the way. I did notice you did the Gloria Palace in Playa del Ingles, yeah. So you ever
yeah.
get the Gloria Palace in Amadores Beach in Puerto Rico, around that part of it, I'd be interested in doing that. Gloria Palace
Yeah, well,
hotels,
me and you
flying flop,
both. Yeah,
flying
me and
flop,
you both. Yeah, so that's my regular, not that hotel, unfortunately,
yeah.
because it's yeah, the one in San Augustus, the one you're referring to. We
I
always
San
get
Augustine, yeah,
really good
yeah.
solo prices. The one in the one in excuse me, in
There
Amadores,
were
because
there were
there's
two
two,
in
isn't there?
Amadores.
Yeah,
There's
the one
two.
on the top and the one below.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're not so kind to us solos at the moment,
Okay.
but keep watching because I know you've been out there and my
Yeah.
dad stayed there. Unfortunately, I'm a poorer man. I've had to stay across the road in the self catering, but
Yeah.
I
Normally
love
me
that
as well.
resort.
I know. But if you
Yeah,
get an amazing deal, I thought the deal you had, by the way, check it out. The one in the Gloria Palace Hotel in San Augustine, flying flop was a great deal for 7 days, half
do you
board
know
as
what?
well. Yeah.
And that deal runs throughout the winter and into the summer.
There you
It's
go.
actually one of the things with the Canaries, and just a
Yeah.
top tip for customers is Canaries in the winter because it's so busy with the Nordic market, the German market. The prices can be quite high for
Yeah.
British guests. But if you're willing to go in, say May or October
Yeah.
time, the prices of Canaries are fantastic. So if you see us
Yeah.
having offers there for May and October, so what I call shoulder months, it's just because the pricing's amazing
And
because as soon
that
as we get into November onwards, they do
Well,
creep up
I
again.
actually lived in Gran Canaria for 5 years. I can tell you now,
Oh, I'm so jealous.
May and October are the best months weather-wise. They are
Yeah,
fantastic. It's literally in between the summer, and it doesn't get over hot there either, which is
no.
incredible.
Well, that
Oh,
breeze off the Atlantic
yeah.
makes such a difference, doesn't it?
But another flying flop holiday. So all these are coming. So again, if you're not
Yeah,
sure, if people are interested in something, they can contact you, Darryl, can't they? And they can ask you those questions. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Of course
Yeah.
they can. And
Okay.
what one of the things is, and just to elaborate a little bit is, we're not the type of customer company, excuse me, who can sit there and search for hours for a customer, but we will certainly have a look. So if anybody
Yeah.
does ever phone in and they see a holiday they like, tell them to phone in because I'll tell them if it's good or not. And I'd always be
Yeah.
honest. Like I say, we're not the type of company who want the sale that badly, if that
Right.
makes sense. We'd
We're going to go
rather
back to
be,
the questions in a minute, but I
yeah,
have to mention these because, I mean, what we are so proud about, Darryl, is you are already a multiple award winner. So please talk us through the awards that you have won.
yeah. So, well, that one there was back in 2022, and that was basically the social media star. So that was just basically our forum, and ATAS is all about escorted touring, basically.
Yeah,
The what you can see advertised there. So we've got recognition in the touring community, and what's incredible about that, Peter, is that actually, yet again, as I said earlier, it's just me and Luke who kind of
yeah,
run the touring side. Don't get me wrong, we've got a bigger kind of the admin team who help us and what have you. And yeah, again, big shout out to them because they're worth their weight in gold. But
and
me and
Agency of the Year as well for
yeah,
Wales.
yeah. So that is, and we've won that back to back. So we
Yeah,
won that this year and last year. And yet again, there's two of us, and sometimes when we win these awards, and there's a couple of awards we've been nominated, we haven't been successful in winning, but we've actually been nominated against the likes of some of the biggest travel agencies in the UK, ones you see on the high street. So when you
yeah,
think about that in perspective, it's just me and Luke finding these offers for
yeah.
solo guests and solo forum members, and actually getting nominated against some of the biggest high street travel
And you're
agencies
nominated
in
for
the
some
world.
more awards, Darryl, I think. Is that correct?
No, we were just gone. We've been
Okay, just gone
nominated.
one.
Well,
Right,
unfortunately, we
okay.
weren't. But that's what I'm
So,
saying to you, Peter. Is
w-
we've been like literally, there's two of us working, and it's all
yeah,
down to the solo community because they've been so good with us and booking. But
yeah,
we've been nominated against some of the biggest retail estates in the UK, and that's all down to our solo members because
right.
without them, we wouldn't be nominated or get any recognition for anything.
Fantastic. Francis says, I'm a definite flying flop. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, good for
Guys,
you,
book 3
Francis.
for next year with you. Need a cruise. I think cruise and flop, yeah?
Yeah, well, hey, like you say, we're open to any suggestions, and I know the
Yeah,
cruise team, they do it. They do have had quite a few cruising
yeah.
stays, and like you say, long may that continue.
And a happy new year to you as well, Susie.
Yeah, bless you, Susie. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Flying to join. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Lynn. Hi. Happy New Year to you both. Thank you, Lynn. We really appreciate it. Susan, flying to Egypt later this month and doing a Nile
Oh, that
cruise.
do you know what? You're so lucky,
Oh,
Susan, and we've had so many guests who've done that, and the
yeah,
feedback's tremendous. So I have no doubt you'll have a lovely
yeah.
holiday.
Thanks for the update on Route 66. I will have a look, says Carol. I mean,
Oh,
that is
brilliant.
one of the ultimate bucket list holidays you can do. It really is, you know. And I love Top Dog, Top Dog, Evil Dinner. Would like to find out about the Nile cruises, please. Well, speak to
Yeah,
Susan, I would say, basically.
yeah, no. So with the Nile cruises, to be fair, that's part of our cruise team. So if you just give our cruise team a call on 02920 619 961, they will quite happily assist you, top dog, and yeah, get you sorted.
Yeah. And we'll get this correct this time, won't we? Can you please tell me how to access your website trips? Found this live yesterday. I'm a bit lost. The
Yeah, okay.
website, Daryl?
Crack on. Oh, right. Okay. It's www.passionforcruises.co.uk. And on
Yeah.
there, you can tailor cruises by month, and you can just click on the solo holidays, and it will tell you what holidays we have.
Yeah.
But also, what's great, it tells you about the escorted cruises that we have, or the hosted cruises, and also river cruises as well.
And we were at the end of this, we'll explain all the social media outlets where you can find everything because we've got the page, we've got the YouTube, we've got lots of we've got the website, we've got everything basically. Yeah. Hi, Pauline from Dublin. Thank you so much. Love cruising with you. Really appreciate that, Pauline. Thank you. I'm desperate to book a first time cruise. Absolutely. Well, if you
You've
haven't
come to the
cruised,
right place.
I'll give you some news. Yeah, I'm going live on January the 2nd about a new hosted cruise with Ambassador. It's going to go to the Norwegian fjords in September. A hosted cruise is one of the best ways of going for a cruise first time. It's a no-fly cruise from Tilbury. It's going to be amazing. I've cruised with them before. Some of the best entertainment at sea. I'm going live on this YouTube channel on the Cruise Forum on January the 2nd, 7 o'clock to talk about it. And that is a great opportunity to do a first cruise, because I will be there and there'll be, I don't know, 30, 40 other solos, depends. So it's a wonderful way of doing that. So just to give you that information. When do Christmas 24 and New Year 25 go on sale, Darryl?
It's always a bit later. Everybody expects it to be January and February, depending. Cruising can sometimes be around now, but from a holiday perspective, it's usually about April time that we seem to find the best Christmas offers.
There we
But
go.
we're like say, if we find one in the meantime, we will certainly advertise it.
And it was a great one. We can go live, Darryl. I'm desperate to get Darryl live on these. He's one, definitely to put them out there. Um, sorry, let's go back to
Yeah,
that
I
one
saw
first.
that one, Pete. Yeah, Masai Mara and the Serengeti. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we have actually advertised some previously, and they will be going back on in January. So don't worry about the just because obviously we've just advertised the Kenyan safari, but
Yeah.
we have got ones featuring both of them as well.
You can
So
watch all this on playback, by the way. It's on
yeah,
playback, the video where you're automatically playing back in the groups and on YouTube as well once it's finished. Fly and flop. Sorry, missed the explanation of this. We
yeah,
love this.
yeah. So
Daryl said it, and I just grabbed as soon as I heard it. Go for it.
So basically,
Daryl.
fly and flop is the straightforward. You fly from your local airport, Touchwood, and you land on holiday and you just flop. You completely chill out. You read a book. You read numerous books. You sit by the pool. You might sit by the sea, but you're going to
Yeah,
relax. You've worked really hard. You
yeah.
might be just wanting to get away from this depressing weather. And let's be honest, we live in the UK in December. The weather is pretty depressing. So it's just basically fly and flop and enjoy yourself.
Hi, Francis. Daryl, she's leaving with you to go in my Mateus group into Greece. Absolutely amazing. She did the 9-day holiday with you before, and she cruised with Alison and me. How you doing? How you doing, Francis?
Ah, Francis, like you say,
Yeah,
lovely person, and yet again
yeah,
another great customer. And like you say,
yeah.
Pete, we always talk about it, don't we, all the time?
Do
We're so lucky, and I'm not just
yeah,
saying it because we're live on YouTube, but
yeah.
we are very blessed with our customers, and we can't thank you enough for all your support.
That was an amazing cruise, by the way. I have to say that. Really
Oh,
looking forward
brilliant!
to Corfu and Crete, yes, but going to hold out for Turkey now because she loves Turkey. So Brenda's going to be waiting for Turkey, Dale. So make sure you can find something for Turkey. Happy New Year from Windy Wells. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
thanks again.
Hey, Mal here. Uh, got an Amazon pursuit for later in the year. Right. Yes. Hi, Mal. We're still trying. Basically, we're talking about because I did a hosted cruise on Azamara, which was incredible, and we were trying to get the Greek islands Azamara hosted cruise for later in the year. We are still trying. We got the possibility of doing it, but the deal wasn't what we wanted. And so until the deal, we don't do it unless the deal's right, but it's still a possibility. I hope I can go live with that at some point in the future.
Yeah,
I really do.
and Pete,
Carla,
just on
mate,
that.
yep,
Oh, sorry, Pete. Just on
go
that
for it.
previously, me and Steve Philippou are going up to London in a couple of weeks because we've got a couple of meetings up there. And one of the things we will do, we will see the likes of the guys who work at Azamara, et cetera, because there's like
Right.
an event
Tell
we're
them.
at. So we will pin these people down. Don't you
Yeah.
worry. We always sing the praises
Right.
and tell them, look, we want to do stuff with you, and that they happily then, like I say, come to us and
Right. Daryl,
hopefully provide us. So
pin
me
them
and Pete,
down.
yeah,
Tell
we will.
them we want
We
we
will
want the
do.
deal for the Greek
Yeah,
islands on the Azamara pursuit. We want that deal, yeah,
yeah.
because
You
that would
what?
be an incredible.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it's beautiful
yeah,
to watching me and Steve target these people. So
yeah.
yeah, don't you worry.
Right, Carla. She says, "May you have a prosperous 24." Thank you so much. Thank you for the best of Scandinavia cruise this past summer. Cheers from Canada.
Isn't that
Yes,
lovely? Well,
wonderful,
thank you.
wonderful. Best of Scandinavia, a beautiful part of the world. And I'll be going live, as I said, on the 2nd to talk about the Norwegian fjords. Hi, Darren P. Looking forward to the next safari. Oh, safari. Bucket list for me, November. Uh, and we have a WhatsApp group set up now for all the chatting to get to know each other from Penny from Stafford. That's a great idea, Penny, to have these WhatsApp groups to talk together, to plan it together, isn't it, Dal?
Yeah, well, brilliant. And to be fair, Penny, like you say, obviously with data protection and stuff like that. But if you want to mention it in the Facebook group, if anybody knows anybody who's going on it, then please do. You can put that on there, and then they can maybe direct message you, whatever you feel is the safest option for you.
Absolutely. Lovely to meet you last July. Yes, that's gone so fast. Do you supply visas? Great question.
Yeah, great question. No, we don't. So basically, use India, for example.
Yeah.
Basically, you do the electronic Indian visa online. We don't get involved in visas at all. But you can use. There is a company that we can refer you to, charge a premium if you're not confident in doing it by yourself.
Yeah, how can you? I guess that's how can he contact you for these holidays, please? So I will put the phone number up at the end of it, basically, and they will. And what's the best way of contacting us? The phone
To be
number.
honest, yeah, our number 02920 619 961. That number again, 02920 619 961.
Yeah, that is on the bottom, by the way. That's going through at the bottom. You'll see that there,
Right. Oh,
basically. Yep.
brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant. So that's the best way. However, like you say, direct message myself on Facebook. If you've got any questions, I'm always happy to answer. And like you say, hopefully you can reach out and we can get you sorted.
Oh, she's booked Emma. Wow, the Kenya Wildlife and Coastal Explorer trip for October. What a bucket list. That's going to be amazing, Emma. Well done. And she said thank you so much to yourself and to Luke, the
No,
wonderful
and
Luke, as
thank
well,
you to
for all
Emma
your
for being
help.
so brave. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Peter, that
Mm,
that first bit of actually booking it is the hardest bit. But
it
once
is.
you actually book it
Yeah.
and then you pay and you travel, then like you say, you tend
Yeah.
to be hooked for life. I don't think I've ever had a customer who's booked a holiday as the first time so and not gone again.
And I think what's wonderful that personal service that we have, they can, if you can phone, you can speak, you'll speak to Darryl, you'll speak to Luke. They will help you. Yeah, you have that personal service. That's so and so important. Hi, chaps. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Been busy. Looking forward to meeting you on the embassy cruise in January. That's going to be amazing, Andy. It
Oh my God,
really
I'm
is.
so jealous. I'm so
Yeah,
jealous,
I know.
Peter.
Simone's going to be there with me. Looking forward to that. We're going to.
Well,
I'm
that's why I'm jealous.
Yeah, I want to go live with Simone next month, by the way, Simone, if you're still watching.
Oh.
Yeah, just to throw it into there, just about that one. Yeah. Hi, Lynn from Sheffield. Um, love the Camp Demar Hotel.
Yeah, so
Um,
look, like I say, keep watching.
loved it twice.
Yeah, see, I told you that hotel
Me
for
too,
us
Lynn. Where
is
is where's Ismela, please? Is that in Greece,
no
Daryl?
Turkey. It's
It says
just
Turkey. Yeah,
yeah, in the Dalaman coast. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and next to Marmaris, but the beach at Ishmael is beautiful. So
I'd
definitely
be
highly
interested in playing
recommended.
Amadors too, Daryl, if you get these deals.
Yeah,
Yes.
honestly, it's my
Gloria
go-to
Palace.
destination, so I
Yeah.
will happily try my best.
One little tip, they've just done up the Porta Azul as well. The Porta
Yeah,
Azul
no,
has
do you
just
know
been
what?
done up in Puerto
Yeah,
Rico, and I've heard good reports about that. So just to give you a little tip, that's actually in Puerto Rico. It's in Turkey. We're getting my October in the Canaries would do me. Keep an eye open for the deals. Great time of year to go to the Canaries. Thanks, Linda. Absolutely. Off to the great railway journeys in India in 3 weeks.
oh,
There's
another one, yeah. Sally, very,
wow,
very lucky. And also,
Sally,
yeah, again,
amazing.
she's doing the one with the VIP pickup. So, like you say, just
Sally.
what a start to your holiday.
3 weeks to gonna
Yeah.
get away from that. Well, that's just you must be so excited. Thank you for all you're doing, Luke. Thank you all, and Luke for you do for us, Daryl. Yeah, always a pleasure to talk to you. Absolutely, the guys are stars. They really are. I'm going on my first cruise to the Greek islands in April. You will love it. Greek islands, love the Greek islands. Now, P, I'll book another cruise or land holiday. I might do both. Absolutely both,
Yeah, do
Brenda.
both, Brenda. Yeah, that's it.
Both. And flying flops on your website. I agree. We should put flying flops and cruising flops on the websites. I think we should,
Yeah.
and we should make them and put that. I don't know if everybody uses that in the industry, or was it just us? But I think it's
No,
great.
to be honest, not loads, but
Uh,
it's always been my kind of term. And there's another term you'll like, Pete, as
yeah,
well, which I always worry and I have a little bit of a laugh and a joke with my customers about.
yeah,
But the new term that I love is ski, spend the kids' inheritance. So all these
yeah.
customers who are doing
It's
their bucket
inherited.
list
Yeah,
travel, and I
right,
keep telling my dad to do the
right.
same, is basically
And
go on these amazing holidays. And I think that's what a lot of our customers are doing. They're just enjoying themselves. They're going away, and like you say, they're coming up with these really cool terms. So I like
brilliant.
there's the empty nesters, the silver
Yeah,
surfers, all of these great terms. I just love them. I think
yeah.
it's just making
You're
fun
not
of
going to beat
everything.
flying flop if you
No,
ask me.
flying
Yeah.
flops your favorite, is it?
Now, great. We've got time for two more questions only. What options are there for mobility impaired travellers? Great
Right.
question.
Yeah, great question. It's always a difficult one for us. So what I always suggest is, if this particular customer, because they haven't left their details, but if they get in contact, if they see a holiday they like, they can always phone us and say, look, Darryl, I'm interested in this, but I have this condition. We can always check, and we will go to the tour operator to see if it is at all possible, and they will tell us yes or no.
Right. Hi, Penny from Stoke. Hi, Penny. Happy New Year 2024 from Janet. Hi, all. Are the solo holidays, do people feel safe and supported as we do on our hosted cruises? A wonderful last cruise, last question. So I do apologize for anybody else because we literally come up to the hour now. So, Darryl.
Yeah, so it's a bit different. Granted, if it's a solo escorted tour, yes, you're going to be safe, because you're going to have a tour manager or a local guide throughout your stay. If you're going on one of our fly and flop holidays, then there is an element of you will be traveling on your own. Yes, you might have the local rep service in resort,
Yeah.
but we won't have a host out there, so it's not like the cruise. And I'd like to differentiate on that, Pete, just
Yeah.
to stress that, because we don't want anybody going on holiday under false pretenses.
No, but having people to go with part of the groups, I think, is something which is really important, that they can talk to each other beforehand and organise meeting up or meeting when they're going to go there as well. I'll quickly play that one. The Carnival cruises. I don't know. I will definitely push Steve on that. And Darryl, when you and Steve at the next meeting, tell
Yeah,
Carnival we want some hosted cruises and we want other
we will
cruises
try our
with them as
best.
well. Absolutely. And this is how you contact, basically. That's the contact details, yeah? Call 029 2061 9961 or email passionforcruises@gmail.com. That is how you contact us. And just to let you know, just going to go very back to the top, where are we on social media? Please subscribe. Please join the wonderful group Solar Holidays Forum by Passion for Cruises. We will put a links on all the sites so you can join it. If not, search for groups Solo Holiday Forum by Passion for Cruises. Yeah. And just to let
Pete,
you
can you
know,
repeat that, because you just fell out then?
okay, I just fell out. Okay, please make sure you
Yeah.
join the Solo Holiday Forum by Passion for Cruises. That is the group, yeah? We will put more information. We will put links to how to join that, but that is the main group. We do have a page, a Facebook page, where we post only the deals for solo holidays and solo cruises. That's Passion for Cruises and Holidays for Solos. That's a Facebook page, basically, yeah? We've got 11,000 followers already. So again, search for Passion for Cruises and Holidays for Solos. And that is the name of our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Passion for Cruises and Holidays for Solos. You're going to see a lot more of Darryl, a lot more of Darryl. Darryl, I did tell you, my friend, we've gone past the hour.
I said I wanted a half an hour, Peter, didn't I? I said half an hour, and Peter said, you'll be surprised. And yeah, the man knows his stuff. So no, Peter, thank you very much for having me. It's been a real pleasure. And thanks for all the customers for tuning in. Because like I say, to take an hour out of your time today, I really do, or we really do appreciate it.
Yeah, Darryl, thank you so much for coming on. I can't wait to see more of you in 2024. These fantastic deals. But I've got to say thank you to everybody who's watching, the members who are members of all our groups. You know, you are the most important people to us. And we appreciate every single one of you. And we love meeting you when we do the hosted things as well. So thank you, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. And have a wonderful 2024. Thanks, Darryl.
Yeah, bye,
Bye,
thank
everybody.
you. Bye.